The length of time that you pump is a shared decision between you and the intended family. Exclusively pumping is a big commitment. Make sure that it's the best fit for everybody. It's a very different relationship than nursing your own baby. Some people have trouble responding to a pump, and that's okay. Pump regularly, at least every 3 hours, with no stretches longer than about 6 hours overnight. Once your supply is established, you can reduce that pumping to what works for your body. There are so many different brands of pumps on the market. Find the one that works well for your body. If it's a pump that you have used before for your babies, that is fine. You don't want to get a secondhand pump. There is a potential for exposure to someone else's body fluids. If the fit is not comfortable with the pump flanges, consult an IBCLC, so a board certified lactation consultant. Use something that is food grade, because remember, what you're pumping is going to go into the baby's mouth. Washed in warm soapy water between every use. In a basin and not directly in a sink. You'll want to use a bottle brush to get in the flange parts, have everything completely dry, and then you'll put it back together again. You can use something like a steam bag like this that goes in the microwave in your dishwasher. Some people have bottle sanitizers. This is a product called Freeze It From Mamaway, and it just helps freeze that milk completely flat for maximum use of your freezer space and shipping containers. Before you put the milk into the pump storage bag, mark the bag with a date that the milk was pumped. Don't fill them too full. Remember to leave a little room for expansion of the milk when it freezes. You can combine pumping sessions from the same 24-hour period. The best practice for that is to have all of the milk chilled and at the same temperature before you combine it. All milk should be frozen within no longer than 4 days of when it was pumped. If you search on Amazon for insulated shipping container, it will bring up a box a lot like this. Pack it in the box as tightly as you can. If your milk doesn't fill the box, you'll want to add in some packing material and then put those frozen ice packs on top. Cover it with a plastic bag, and then seal up the box. Make sure that milk is being shipped by an overnight service that is guaranteed. Do not use 2-day service or ground service to ship milk. It will thaw in that time. As long as the milk is over 50% frozen when it arrives, it can be put back in the freezer and be safe to feed to babies. When the milk is received by the family, they should place that milk into their freezer immediately. All milk will ultimately expire 12 months from the date it was pumped. An ideal way to thaw milk is to pull the amount that you're going to need for the next 24 hours out of the freezer and thaw it in the refrigerator overnight. You can thaw it under running water in the sink or in a container full of warm water. If the milk is not going to be used by the intended family and you'd still like to pump for your adjustment to postpartum, you could consider donating that milk. There are over 30 nonprofit milk banks that would love to have a donation. We do have a screening process very similar to what you went through as a surrogate. It's an amazing, precious gift to these families. It gives them peace of mind when they know that they have safe screened donor milk available for their babies. It really takes a load off of their shoulders.